Kenneth Rafe Mair was born on the 31st of December 1931 and died on the 9th of October 2017. He, known as Rafe Mair, was a Canadian lawyer, political commentator, radio personality and politician in British Columbia, Canada. He served as member of the British Columbia Legislative Assembly for Kamloops from 1975 through 1983, representing the British Columbia Social Credit Party. In his post-political career, Mair became a radio personality and political commentator, raising controversy for his views on both the Meech Lake and Charlottetown constitutional accords. He served as the plaintiff of the historic Supreme Court of Canada decision Rafe Mair v. Kari Simpson.His electoral career began with his election to Kamloops City Council in the early 1970s. Preciously involved with the Liberal Party, he was an opponent of the NDP government of Premier Dave Barrett. He won the Social Credit nomination for Kamloops in May 1975, going on to defeat NDP incumbent Gerry Anderson in the December election by 14,639 votes to 10,975. Mair won re-election 4 years later by 3,309 votes. He held the seat until retiring from politics in 1981. The seat was taken over by Claude Richmond. Mair served as a cabinet minister in the government of Premier Bill Bennett under a variety of portfolios including health and education. During the negotiations in 1980 and 1981 to patriate the Constitution of Canada, he was BC's chief delegate on constitutional matters. Mair was born in Vancouver and grew up in the neighbourhood of Kerrisdale. His mother was Frances Tyne, née Leigh, known as Frankie, and his father was Kenneth Frederick Robert Mair, a salesman born in Auckland, New Zealand. They had married in Vancouver 16 months earlier. He became an avid fisherman and grew his interest in public affairs due to his mother's work at the province newspaper. Mair entered the University of British Columbia, UBC, in 1949 and went on to law in 1953. He worked for a lumber company and then in the oil industry in Edmonton before spending 3 years as a claims adjuster with an insurance company. In 1960, he began articling with Vancouver lawyer Tom Griffiths. Called to the bar in 1961, he handled many personal injury cases. He practiced law in Vancouver until 1968, when he decided to make the move to Kamloops to join the practice of his law school classmate Jarl Whist, a Liberal who had twice lost elections to the House of Commons to Progressive Conservative v. Davie Fulton.Mair was a type 2 diabetic and publicly announced his experiences with depression in 1995 while working as broadcaster. Mair authored several books on Canadian politics, including his memoirs, and a regular columnist at the online news magazine The Tyee. He was a principal contributor to the Common Sense Canadian, a news and opinion site with a British Columbia focus until his death. He hosted a program called The Search with Rafe Mair on Joy TV. Mair died on the 9th of October 2017 in Vancouver at the age of 85.